All right, let's see it. Oh, I love this bit. Just this next section as well. It's like, I don't know, to be honest, actually, between this next bit, because there's like 3 Charlie Cooper fights.
Yeah.
First one's fun, and it kind of sets the scene a little bit. But it's also, it's nice. You don't want to have the best stuff literally first, because then it's downhill from there.
No.
Number 2, so good, so it's quick to do. Number 3 is almost just showing off and like how good these guys are at lightsaber fighting.
Mate, if you choreograph long enough and you practice every day, it's amazing what you can do. It is amazing.
Because look out for this long take.
It's so good.
That most people don't even realize it's a long take, which I'm so glad. We'll talk about when we get to it.
Yeah. Oh, the ratchet of intensity is just so high right now.
And the music.
The swings.
Oh, this shot. Oh, Grandpa Zoe's finest.
This shot. This I love that bit.
Oh, there's too much to talk about.
Well, it's just all brilliant. Need we say more?
Like if it just, we go through the intense camera shake.
It's really, the more the camera shakes, the more intense it is, right?
You can still see what's going on, thankfully.
You do it full. You don't appreciate that. You've gone almost around the 180-degree rule.
It was
there.
really hard to do, actually, because I'm just running with the camera and trying to slip over all the slippery leaves underneath.
Right? I mean, there's no padding on the floor to protect you if you fall. Like, he's putting his life on the line to get this shot.
And I love Charlie's little... That's enough! That's enough! Like, I've had it. And you can hear Cooper go, "Wah!" as well.
But when you get flung, the correct thing to say is, "Wah!" The correct
literally,
thing to say.
it's a sound he made on set. So I mean, obviously we dubbed it,
Yeah.
But all these, and again, as you listen throughout, not only is it the lightsaber sound effects, not only is it Foley, not only is it
Footsteps.
the Force sound effects, not only is it the footsteps, not only is it the music, not only is it the dialogue, not only is it the ambience in the background.
Forgot about the ambience.
But there's also the grunts. Which again, hopefully you never notice because it just feels right.
Yeah.
But I had to go through all the grunts that we recorded and find the right one for the right moment.
Sometimes I wonder, Josh, if you should have just produced this whole movie as a silent movie. It saved a lot of time.
And just, when they talk, it's just a title card. Like, just...
They get these big placards and they hold up their sentences.
Oh, yeah. The scene. That's funny.
Anyway, that's for the sequel.
Okay, and then here, this shot. Oh, my goodness. Oh, do you like
we don't have many long shots.
Little, look at the leaves for Cooper's lightsaber.
Yeah.
This shot took so long to track.
Yeah, you should have just cut those leaves out. But we don't have many long shots where you see the whole park. But this one is
look, these guys nailed it. Look at the choreography.
Oh, the choreography.
It's so good. Oh, that's amazing. These guys, 8-second, I think, take, which 8 seconds doesn't sound long.
And they weren't tame about it. They were really going for it, and that's what sells it,
That's the thing. It's most of the time you have to have lots of different angles to try and sell the fight, because it's like, actually, the actors aren't that good at doing the fighting. These guys are so good at doing these fights.
Yeah.
And actually acting it out that it just works.
Yeah.
And it
sells
you
it.
could see it from a wide angle, and it's as intense as if it was lots of shaky close-ups and all that
because it's very intense when Josh is like, twirling around and doing all the stuff with the camera. But, when it's this angle, if the performance isn't brilliant, then it kind of just doesn't feel that exciting and dramatic.
Yeah.
But the performance here, first class.
Yeah, and I think we did about 15 or 16 takes of this shot after they'd already rehearsed at home and on set. And there's this funny bit that's in the bloopers of them practice. Actually, no, it's not in the bloopers. Is it in the bloopers? No, it's not in the bloopers. It's in the behind the scenes of them fighting. And they were getting a little bit tired because they'd done it so many times and we were so close. And that's what they And then Cooper goes, do it. Whoosh, it just whacks Charlie on the hand, and the shot. The swing was not even close to where it was supposed to be, and you can see, you can't hear them in the behind the scenes, but you can see, and Charlie goes, "What was that?" But they were both very good sports. And frankly, all four of them were very good sports about accidentally hitting each other in the knuckles. That sort of it happens.
Yeah.
And
remember, and disclaimer: no one was harmed in the making of that scene. Moving on. Let's talk about next bit.
And then the next bit. Oh man. Bang. And then you look at Cooper's face. He's concentrating so hard, but it's also like, uh-oh. And then,
this is one of my favourite shots
tell me
of the
more
movie.
about why you like it, Nathan.
Well, it's the Dutch angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you hadn't really used that until this point, so you want to use it for a special occasion.
Yeah. What do you think the Dutch angle adds to it?
It's you feel like you're right behind Cooper, and that he's about to fall on top of you.
Yeah.
Or you're about to fall over yourself. So you're seeing the world from a slightly angled position because you're knocked off course by what's happening around you. That's what it kind of feels like.
I'm glad. Yeah. And Charlie just feels so big. Cooper's been dominating for most of this fight. But
Not
now
anymore.
the tables have turned. And bang. It goes through. And then more dialogue. Wait. Charlie. Look. And now we get second. And now, suddenly, for the first time in 2 minutes, or 2.5 minutes almost, all four of them are actually acting together again. And they're all in it.
It's a movie about all four of them at the same time. It's so good.
The hope was throughout the entire movie that no one is really the main character. And also no one's really the complete side character. Obviously the aunties are kind of side characters, but it makes sense. But
they all have
four
equal
of them
share.
That's right. They all have their time to shine. You're not sure who to root for a while. Eventually, obviously, there's a bit more teams, so you kind of know who to root for, but it's still not just about one person.
No. Absolutely.
And everyone's got their moments that's like, oh, my bit was this, my bit was this, my bit was this.
Everyone's got their stand-up moment to shine,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Josh doesn't play favourites.
No.
Everyone is a star.
I do not have a favourite cousin.
Alrighty, let's see what happens to Zach, eh?
Let's see. So you can see they're still so tired. This is the first time they've looked up. But it makes sense. And to be fair as well, we don't know what the time difference is between these intercutting as well. The implication is that they've actually only just been too exhausted. They've just looked down and now they see that the other guys are there. So before they have time to regain their strength.
Yeah.
And again, here's a geography thing. This next little section is geography, and also to make it intense. There we are.
Yeah, and I like the wide shot, the ultra wide shot.
I'm glad, yeah, because the point is with these two shots, it shows their reactions, shows they're shocked. With this shot, it shows who they're looking at and where they are. The
way over
width
there
gives intensity. Yeah. These guys are shocked as well. Suddenly they're not fighting together.
What are we all looking at? Oh, that's right, the donut. Where's the donut again? Is that it there?
There's like 3 pixels. It's tiny.
On the bigger screen,
somewhere
you'll find the
down
donut.
Here, that's right.
Yeah.
And then, I think this is a really nice shot with all the sun.
We got the light and the dark.
The little lightsabers back there. And suddenly, bang, geography shot. Now you know how far away they are. You know that they're really close. These guys don't have lightsabers. These guys do. What's going to happen next? And then we see. I'll just let this bit play out a bit. That line, actually. I was going to say play out, but I already paused it.
Yeah.
Kira Halves, honestly, I didn't think that was funny at all. I never have even considered that would be a funny line. I just thought it was just like functional, because the point is for very briefly they're going to team up. That's all it was.
No, well, I'll tell you what's funny. It's not funny. The line itself's not funny, but it's the fact that's what they say without thinking, in a heartbeat after they've seen and looked over in shock at the fact that Cooper and Charlie have got lightsabers and are trying to kill each other. So as soon as they see that, they look at each other and go, all right, we'll harm the dome.
I
don't want to die. That's why it's funny. That's
a good thought. Because there was a couple of things on the night that actually, I found out for the first time that people thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad.
Exactly.
And this was that moment. This actually was one of the only moments that was a guaranteed laugh, no matter who I showed it to, even if no one knew who these people are. Yeah.
Because it's so funny, because if you didn't have them looking over at Cooper and Charlie and they were just waking up and they delivered that line, it wouldn't have been funny at all.
Yes.
Wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Or it might have been. They delivered it very funnily. But it's funny because of the fact that they've just looked over and seeing what's going on and like, let's have this donut.
For sure. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
We'll just let this bit play out, I think. We'll talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
This, I believe, is where Act 1 ends. Because that's something we've got this team up, we've got build. I really wanted, originally, Charlie and Cooper were just like running at Zack and Kira, but I thought, you know what would be even more interesting? If they're still fighting. They can't even band together in this moment.
No looks swiping at each other's heads, it's
that's
brilliant.
Right. And it's like, what's going to happen? Oh, okay, you can kind of see that Zack and Kira are in the Force pose.
Yeah.
And then, bang. The first kind of subjective sort of experience in the lightsaber video so far.
Oh, yeah.
Where suddenly it slows down, and you'll see later that obviously we have smooth slow motion, but here it's choppy slow motion.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I hadn't
See,
thought
it's
of
actually
that
at 12 frames per second instead of 24. And the idea is really just to emphasize this moment and the decision. This is like one of the first big decisions that's made in the whole video. And I personally think this is where it turns from being a really, what I hope is a really fun, entertaining video to, there's actually a little bit more to this. It's not a deep existential, there's nothing that deep going on.
It's still fun.
Yeah, but it's like, now they're actually making some decisions, and that the characters are making decisions. There's actually going to be a little bit of almost a little bit of an arc, like a character arc
Character
going on.
development in 13 minutes. Wow.
Thank you.
That's going to be, believe it when I see it.
And so this, when I keep rewatching it, well, when I watch it with friends, I don't watch it by myself.
Yeah.
I've seen it too many times. But this is the moment that I get excited again. Because I'm like, this is, now they're making decisions. Charlie's all intense. Kira's like, I'm going to force push. Oh, look at that acting. Look at that acting.
That is so much acting.
Subtle. But there's so much in that facial expression. And you can tell just from the way she tenses herself. You almost wouldn't even need the next shots that show her move her arms back. Like, she just shows it in that. And Charlie, mind you as well, this is so hard to do. He's trying to act so quickly in these 3 shots. So efficiently, because it's also in slow motion, and she's like, what? And then releases, look at that acting, and then puts hands down, and then Charlie's like,
what's going on there?
And
are you going to be my friend?
And then you can see Kira's got her arms down, but then a nice big dolly shot, and let's watch this play out.
The dramatic throw of the lightsaber.
So funny.
Brilliant.
There's massive, like the lens flares going.
Oh yeah, the lens.
Intense
There's the lens flare. Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, not intentional, but it looks cool.
I mean,
boom, big throw. And look, they both look at Kira as well. Sees them be thrown away, and then We won't actually go 2 frame by frame in the next one.
No.
Because we don't want to ruin the magic.
No.
But we'll go.
Whoa. Oh, look at how they got completely hit in the head with the trees.
Which was unintentional, but I love that.
Adds
and
to
it
it.
shows that literally they were in this
They
shot.
were literally in the
flying
shot.
through it. It wasn't just a
This
complete
isn't
visual
CG.
effect. Yeah.
This isn't the green screen.
What you didn't see is I was just off to the right of camera and I just threw them out of my hands as hard as I could and they just flew through the air.
Exactly horizontal too. I've never tried that before with 2 kids in my hands, but Josh has got very powerful arms.
And then I'm very
Great
thankful
work.
to Charlie and Cooper who did this shot from actually 4 or 5 different angles because I wasn't sure which shot would look best. Ended up only using one of them, but I think it really works for what it is. And everyone gets a big laugh when they see this as well.
The other shots were just collected for research purposes.
What did you think when you shot this shot for the first time?
Work health and safety risk. No, I thought this was like, oh wow, that's so cool. It's so funny. It's probably one of the funniest shots in the movie. I reckon.
Glad.
They're just flying like.
And look at Cooper's
Nothing
face
like it.
here. Oh, it's a bit rough going down here.
It's a bit rough.
Look at! I never even noticed.
His legs
His leg is slamming Cooper in the face, in the head.
I mean, this movie is better watched in slow speed to pick up these details.
And then these guys, they were so good, falling down, and then whoop, throw the lightsaber. just to really emphasize
A
it.
beautiful throw.
Yeah.
Like, just perfect, that throw.
Which is great because it actually it was an accident. It wasn't supposed to be a big throw.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That wasn't intentional?
No, I mean I asked them to drop the lightsabers, and Charlie threw it.
I drop it by throwing it in the air in a very dramatic, flamboyant way.
Not only is it again just funny and fun, like
so
the rest of it, and people notice it every time. Also, this don't forget in this shot you were standing above me, holding the umbrella for me. This was an Umbrella Man shot.
Yes, that's right.
Very important. I wanna highlight
Very
those.
important part.
But actually, it places the lightsaber at just the right spot because later on it pays off with the lightsaber being there.
Yeah.
And then, yes, of course, they're
Yes.
knocked out. And I love as well, this is, I believe, the last time... No, not quite the last time. One of the last times we see the playground. This spider web was taken down mid-production. It actually completely changed later in the video. If you look really closely in the background, it's still a spider's web, but it's a
New
completely
one.
different spider web.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I think it's very funny.
They got a new one.
Yeah.
Wow. I knew there was always one there, but I just didn't realise it had changed.
Yeah. Sometimes,
There you
if you look
go.
really, it's hard to see because I hit it, but if you look really closely in some shots, you can see the construction fences around in the other sections. 'Cause
Wow.
they filmed all throughout.
Wow. Yeah. The construction of the spider was never going to stop production on the last donut
No.
from going ahead. Yeah, well, we never got finished if that were the case. Alrighty.
Let's watch the next little section.
Let's have a look. Let's have a go.
What happened here?
We're in 4.5 minutes through. We're doing well.
Alright.
They'll be alright. Plant looks delicious.
So casual. That'll be alright.
I just figured it
He's
actually...
like, she's shocked, and then he's like, yeah, it's right. That'll be right.
At this moment, again, was supposed to be a character moment because it's like Zach, not only is Zach like acting like he's shocked, as if he's not the one who threw them across the park, but also Kira is also the one that we just showed that she actually cares.
She does care.
And so she's like, oh, actually, they're all right.
That was a
And
pretty
so-
rough fall.
It was.
Let's remember.
And then Zach just affirms, yeah, they'll be all right.
She's like, oh, yeah, okay.
It's kind of nice that we get to share the whole thing.
Oh, no.
Betrayal!
What are you gonna do about it?
And again, this is where I think there's many more character moments from here on in.
Act 2 now.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like the first Act 2. Thank you.
We were
Yeah.
establishing the scene, Act 1, all that, and what's happening, but now we're about character development now, aren't we?
That's right. And so it
action.
almost lulls you into thinking, okay, this is fun, this is cool, this is silly, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. Hopefully, at these sorts of moments, it's like, oh, this is actually even a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. That's the hope.
Yeah, and the colours are so strong here. It's a beautiful day, and
so.
yeah, it's lovely. And but I think the best reveal of the entire film, of all the 4 reveals of the 4 different lightsabers for the first time, is probably Kira's. It just pops out like that in a really dramatic way.
Well, in the build up to it, obviously, we have her come down, going to grab the lightsaber, this little dolly, bang, betrayal. I love it was Kira's idea to do this little roly-poly thing here, which I just thought was so dynamic and so cool.
And personality-wise,
Exactly.
it fits really well too.
Exactly. And it shows that she actually wasn't fully thrown off by it.
No.
She was still got
Sort of
force
broke
pushed,
her
but-
fall.
Yeah, and she's almost ready to come back. Zach! That was a cool moment to come in on that.
It's like it's not the first time this has happened to her in her life.
Almost like that. And then force grab. What are you to do about it? And then
And the camera has to actually pan slightly to be able to fit this lightsaber in.
glad.
It's brilliant.
Originally, again, it was just, this was the final frame, and she just went, and I was like, what if I add just a little boop to just emphasize it? I think that makes all the difference.
Yeah.
It's tiny. but
It's comedy. It feels like comedy, that, yeah.
And also, if you listen to the sound effect at this point, it's a real punch. These earphones won't really do all that justice, but
Yeah, it really...
it's like, and it's also, you just had essentially silence, and it's been very quiet for the last little bit. This is the loudest sound
Yeah, I can
in a
see on the
while.
sound waves there. Yeah, that's, oh, wow.
All right, and now she comes to the minute, and then I love it. Oh, like, oh, I did not expect that.
Oh.
And I hope this bit is like, it's fun, and I want it to be, it's not just straight to a lightsaber fight. It's like, because you expect that in this moment, Zach pulls out his lightsaber, but no, instead he's freaking out. There's this really shaky dolly shot that, like, I think, again, it was a little bit of an accident, but it was so shaky, but I think it really adds to it. That he's like, oh my goodness, it's so under stress.
Well, isn't that dolly shot actually from the perspective of Kira?
Yes, it is.
So it shouldn't be smooth as silk.
Fair enough.
It should be like, because she's angry and she's running, and it's...
Yeah, well, I guess we intentionally didn't get the tracks out. We intentionally were like on the 4-wheel drive sort of dolly.
Yeah.
So then, look at that blur. She goes, oh, so good. And she comes out, oh no.
Oh.
And that originally
like
we
that.
actually didn't have this insert shot, but I realized in this moment, actually you're more focusing on Zach's face, and you kind of didn't notice that the donut went flying.
The donut is skin color, so it's very hard to actually see it.
So this was really important to emphasize that he doesn't have it anymore, and now it's just lying on the ground again.
But she didn't go for it.
No, true.
No.
So she's in just this rage.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That was, to be honest, that
could
was
have
actually
gone for the
intentional.
donut.
That, she doesn't get
Character.
that for it. She's, exactly.
Character.
Yeah.
She
and this
cares
is
more about getting rid of the brother than the donut. Character.
She's got a little bit more fire in her. And then...
Zach's got a comeback in mind, I think.
Yes, and then I love these bits.
Straight down. Oh.
So close.
Mr. Slightly. Wow,
And
that.
he falls backwards.
And the cut there was perfect, right? Perfect
Thank
time
you.
for the cut. Where she
Yeah.
goes, that's it.
Yeah, it was a hard thing for Zach to fall like this, but I was very proud of when he did it, and he did this exact shot. It's like, oh, that's the shot.
Yeah.
And then look at Kira, beast. Look at how intense.
Yeah.
Look at that frame.
Oh, yeah.
It's so tiny.
Tells you
literally
everything.
never see it, but and then he's like, I still don't have my lightsaber.
Where did I put it?
I love this little.
It's not in my back pocket.
that she's just enjoying this little moment. She's got a little smile on her face.
And the adjusting her grip on the lightsaber.
I didn't tell her to do that. That was just her.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
The natural acting abilities are off the charts here.
I forgot about that. Yeah. It's just this like grit, like, I'm gonna get you sort of thing. Oh, so good.
It's like sharpening the knives.
Yeah,
Here we go, you know. Oh wow, this is good.
And the music's kind of fun, and it's a little bit more playful now as you listen to it, and we'll watch until the kind of reveal. I love this shot.
And the extra effort, he picked up the lightsaber and then he walked like 3 meters back, so he was just a bit further away from her.
Yeah, to give a bit more
extra
time.
effort. Yeah, just to get the pose right.
That's right.
Because if he'd been right close, it wouldn't have quite worked.
She's still kind of smiling. She's like, "Oh, is something going on here?" But she's looking at the ground because she still expects him to be on the ground. But then, I was so proud of this shot. This is the first lightsaber effect shot I did.
Oh, this is the first one?
This shot. Yeah.
Yeah, well, good one to
I had
start
to go a
with.
little bit backwards. And look at the chain link fence for Zach's saber. That was so annoying. And then, so sick. And look at that little grin on Zach's face. Just a little smirk.
Slightly.
I love this frame as well.
With the trees as well,
And the lightsaber's out and it's so good. And it's such a sunny day as well. It was this also, oh my goodness, this was like a 35-degree day.
Oh, was it?
Kira's wearing her black jumper.
Yeah, I can see she had like her tights rolled up as well, like her pants. Yeah,
It's
understandable.
crazy. Yeah,
Incredible commitment to the cause.
and here begins. So this is all right. We're in fight number 2. We've had the first fight. Main thing I love about that first fight, choreography is insane. They practice to the nines. Like it's just amazing. What I love about this fight is it's a character fight. The choreography is fun and it's good, and these guys did well and they practice well.
Yeah.
But the thing that really makes it stands out is all the little moments throughout, and the playfulness of it, and the just trying. It's more than just a lightsaber fight of just whacking the things together. There's more going on, and that's why I think this is a really fun fight. Yeah. All right, let's see it.
I mean, all the fights are fun, but this one's
I'm glad. Yeah.
There we go.
And then it's a little pause. You're like, hang on, I thought this was all about lightsabers. That little bit there. Oh yeah. Bam. And you see there? What colour are those clashes?
Oh, the orange.
Orange, because red plus green.
Green is
But think mostly orange.
mostly orange. Don't Google that. We might be wrong.
And
but
I love these little bits where the camera you see goes up with them. Boom, bang. Every like hit has lots of impact. And then they're wrestling, and then pushed. This is like the second take, and Zach accidentally slipped over. That was so good. And in that moment, apparently, instead of Zach apparently remembers it very well. I said, "That was awesome," and Zach was like, "Are you gonna ask if I'm okay?" That was very funny. Priorities.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then up, Kira's at the top, looking menacingly down at him. And then he gets up. He's all right. See, look, there's not even.
Don't worry. No scratch at all.
Yeah, and look, you can see actually. I forgot to mention. See actually, this is not the greatest shot for it. There we are. Look at the detail on the lightsaber.
Oh
like
yeah,
the
you can
crackle.
really see it. Yeah.
I think that's really nice.
That is worth the time animating because you noticed.
Well, the good thing is I didn't have to animate it. I just changed one slider to the right setting, and then it animates it for me.
How good's that?
And then there's a nice crackly sound to go with it as well. Have a listen.
Is this donut really worth fighting over? Maybe you should have thought that before you lied to me.
Love that. Just a little character moment. Again, this fight is about character primarily.
Is this donut really worth fighting over? Maybe you should have thought that before you lied to me.
Music's really strong now. Yeah. Oh, there's that. That's the move that Cooper did on Charlie. I
True.
think. Yeah. Oh, now we're doing big run over the.
We'll save that. We'll save that.
Yeah.
So they come
Yeah, I
down.
love those lines. They come down. And this is intimidating, coming right down the thing.
Yeah, and look the shake of this camera as it comes down. It's like, oh my goodness! What? Look at Zach's facial expression. That's so good. And then you can kind of see I swung the camera with Kira here to really emphasize bang. So they're all really big hits.
So the camera is feeling the hits as well, and that
right.
makes them more impactful
And
than if you
then-
just kept it static.
I love these shot connection, and then
Just pulls out. Man, that is
just
a good
that
shot.
little move, bang, just adds so much to the little camera move. Oh, so good. And originally I had a little shot here where it was like two little dolly shots on their faces. It was like, ooh, who's it? But it's all right, we already had a character moment. It's like let's keep the momentum up. Let's keep it going. And then dog shot.
He runs away,
right.
she
Goes
runs
up
after
for it.
him. Where are they going now? Oh.